Hi, this is Tony Davis from 1066 Sound and Hastings Rock, and I'm talking to Luke and Stu from White Raven Down. Good evening, guys.
Hello.
Hi, mate. How's it going?
Yeah, good, thanks. Good with you?
Yeah.
All good, mate. All busy, but yeah, all good. Thanks.
Yeah, good. Well, I was keen to catch up with you because I know you're coming to Hastings as part of the Hearts and Hand Grenades tour later in the year. I think February, March, in March. Yeah. And I was keen to catch up with you because I know that last year was a really exciting year for you guys, wasn't it? Lots going on everywhere.
Oh yeah, it was the most. I was gonna say, like there's so much going on.
Yeah.
It was stressful. We're doing things that we never thought we'd be doing, and yeah, somehow we've come out the other side of it fighting stronger. So yeah. I don't quite know how we've done it, to be honest.
Well, I was sort of looking through all the stuff you managed to do last year, all the gigs you played, and getting your debut album out as well. You know, that was quite an achievement because it's a really strong strong album. You know, the tunes on the album really strong all the way through, I felt. And how long did it take you to record it?
Well, you see,
a long time, judging by the way Luke's laughing there.
Well, there was that thing called COVID, wasn't it?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So sort of like as we were coming out of COVID, we were, if I remember correctly, we self-recorded that album. We recorded that ourselves.
Right.
And we started recording that before COVID was a thing, didn't we, Luke?
Yeah. I got slowed down with it.
Yeah. And then we got a lot recorded. And what we were doing throughout COVID, we were actually looking to start mixing it. But
right.
the guy that we had initially involved to help mix it with us was unable to do it. He had some, bereavements in the family and things like that. As you know, and let's face it, when COVID first come about, we all thought the world was going to implode.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So we were literally stuck for a bit. But then, during COVID, I managed to re-record some parts because I felt that sonically some things needed to be improved, particularly from a guitar perspective. So I re-recorded them. And then when we come out of COVID, then we could finish off the vocals. And then then we went to mix with John Confield, who's down in the southwest. I mean, he's a name. He is old John, lovely gentleman, absolute gentleman. Worked with the likes of who's he worked with? He's worked with Oasis, Muse,
Supergrass,
Razorlight, Supergrass. Yeah.
Got a fair track record then.
Absolutely, yeah, he has. And then the poor guy gets to put our name on his list as well. So
I'm sure he'll be as proud of that in due course as all the others. So the album is out there, and you've been touring. Well, you've been gigging constantly over the last 12 months. It seems to me every time I pick up a magazine like Emerging Rock Bands, or I look at the flyers for the venues. White Raven Down, White Raven Down, White Raven Down. It seems to be appearing quite frequently. Lots of this new wave of classic rock is generating lots of festivals, isn't it? Either indoor or outdoor festivals. That seems to be a change in the way that music's being done, really, don't you think? Because up to then, you just sort of had a band out on tour mostly. You've not had a lot of indoor festivals until fairly recently.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, there's a lot of one-dayers go on these days, isn't there?
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, it's been great fun doing those one dayers because you get to meet loads of people, whether it be promoters, whether it be other bands, and you know, on the whole, everyone's lovely. So yeah, we're lucky to be a part of a scene, of, you know, like new wave of classic rock. You know, I mean, not that I think that description suits us.
I don't
However,
think it suits a lot of bands that are actually being
no.
clumped together in that genre. But you know, I suppose it's a useful way of categorizing for booking and that sort of thing, I suppose. But you know,
Well, at the same time, you know, it's a scene, isn't it? It's a scene, and you have members of the public that like to follow that scene, and that's a great thing. That really is a great thing because there's some lovely people. Excuse me. There's some absolutely lovely people that are prepared to go to these one-day events and follow bands, and quite often is that, you know, as an emerging artist, you pick up, you know, potential followers at these one-day events, and then when you go back to or a nearby area to where you were a few months later, those people who you met have decided to come and see you again. So that in itself is just fantastic, and you know, if being a part of a scene is, you know, that's a great thing, and I'm all for supporting other bands as well. So
I saw that last year you played the Giants of Rock at Butlins in Minehead. Am I right in thinking that that was because you'd won the introducing stage prior to COVID?
Yeah. That was the one where Stu didn't bother telling me and Tom that it was a competition.
I thought I did.
And everybody dropped their sort of coins in the box. I know because I was there and I saw you on the introducing stage. I haven't managed to catch up with you since, but when I saw the name White Raven down, I thought I saw them on the introducing stage. They were excellent, you know. So and as a winner of the introducing stage, you get to open one of the headline stages, don't you? On the when it comes back the next time. So yeah,
that was mad because, you know, when obviously because that introducing stage, for me personally, it was like one of the very first times that we'd been in front of a good sized audience and people understood what we were about.
Yeah.
And I don't quite know how that sort of all happened, but I honestly felt at complete home the fact that we belonged to be in front of this crowd of people because they understood what it was we were trying to do, you know. And then we had to wait 2 years.
Yeah, to play your start turn. Yeah.
That's it. And then and when we did, I mean, Luke, I remember being backstage, and Luke was out the front having a cigarette, and he sent me a photo of, like, look at all these people queuing up to get in, and we couldn't believe it. I've got that photo somewhere.
That was pretty surreal, just seeing a queue of people. Like, you used to be in that queue to go and see a show.
Yeah,
you know.
I used to go down to the Giants of Rock, really to see some of the older bands, and it was while I went down there, I think a couple of years before COVID, and the bit I enjoyed the most about it actually was the introducing stage. You know, I thought that the bands playing on there were more exciting and were bringing, you know, something fresh, really. And as you say, everybody that goes to that sort of gig is, they're there for the right reason. And a lot of those people that, now that Butlins are not doing that anymore, a lot of those people have moved on to the stuff that's now part of those new wave of classic rock festivals that you get around the place. So, you know
we're so fortunate, Tony, that people who we've met through Giants of Rock, we stay at their homes regularly when we're in the area, you know, when we're playing shows. So they've become friends.
Give us a name drop.
Oh, I couldn't possibly embarrass the people. They'd kick us out.
It won't be long before they're going around saying, do you know what, the boys from White Raven downstable, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. They probably look us up and go, "Oi, you owe me a tenner for that blooming sofa." So pissed off.
And of course, the year finished on a real high, didn't it? Because you won an award.
Yeah, yeah. Look, you got it, haven't you?
It's behind me, but it's all fuzzy at the minute.
Ah,
Yeah.
Can you defuzz and let us have a look?
Ah.
Whoa, that was the hard rock. If I see if I've got this right, the hard rock hell. Oh, hang on, need my glasses to read my notes. Young Blood Award, is that right?
Yeah, that's the one.
that's it.
Excellent. That must have been quite a moment when you won that.
That was yeah, that was a bit nuts as well, because we're not used to winning anything. And all of a sudden,
So all in all, sorry, go on.
No, I was just like, everything we've done, like our name, White Raven Down, quite often means bad luck, in the way that it reads. And, sometimes you think, my God, it's all we ever get sometimes. And we're used to being a bit of the runt of a lineup and things like that. And then when they called our name out, I mean, we were shocked, absolutely shocked. And then we get dragged up to the stage, and I'm walking past people who are legitimate heroes of mine, and I'm like, wow, this is madness. And then you have to say something, and like, I usually like, I don't know, what am I going to say? And
But you're a front
Yeah.
man, you can't ever be lost for words, surely.
yeah, but I haven't been doing that long.
He's very good at talking.
Oh, Frost is connecting to audio. That presumably is going to be Tom.
It sure is.
Are you there, Tom? Not quite yet, by the sounds of it.
Not
As
twice
punctual
the
as
yes.
usual.
Yeah. I thought we might get a drum roll as he joined, but Hi,
He does
Tom.
like to make an entrance.
Oh, he's there. Hi, Tom. Can you hear us? We can't hear you. Okay, we'll just leave you to sort out for a minute, Tom, while we carry on. Let us know when you just chip in when you're ready. So we get to the end of the year and you've got the award, and then we roll ourselves into a new year, and you're off on tour now.
Very soon.
Very soon, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're supporting Hearts and Hand Grenades, and you're doing some stuff in your own right as well as headliners, I believe I've seen. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. The first date is the 3rd of March, and we start up in Edinburgh.
Okay.
And then we're going to be working our way down south through the country. We've got Edinburgh, we've got Trillions at Newcastle, Night Train at Bradford, the pub at Lancaster, Hangar 18 at Swansea, the Carlisle at Hastings, Cart and Horses London, and the station Cannock. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's one or two additions to that, to be perfectly honest.
Well, it's the Hastings gig.
So yeah, we're looking forward to it.
It's the Hastings gig that I shall see you at, and I'm looking forward to that. How'd you get on? How did you get linked up with Hearts and Hand Grenades?
Through
I can hear you now. Sorry, guys.
Hi, welcome.
Sorry.
I noticed you got a little girl in the background. Did she sort it out for you? Because I always get my son to sort things out for me. Right, so yeah, it's nice to have you along, Tom. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. We've been chatting through your big year last year and awards.
Oh, we lost him already.
Albums. Sorry. Hello.
I'm still here.
Stu, are you there?
Don.
Oh no.
Luke's up there. There we go. Are we all back now? Looks like Stu might have frozen a bit. Stuart, are you back with us?
I'm back.
Good, excellent. Right, I think we're all here now.
Gremlins in the machine.
Yeah, I was just saying to Tom, we were talking about last year and awards and albums and all that sort of thing, and now we're sort of moving on to the tour. So, how long are you on the road for altogether with the Hearts and Hand Grenades tour?
He's
I'd
gone
have to
again.
look at the calendar.
I think
it's going to be about 10 days, 2 weeks.
Okay. Well, you're going to pitch up in Hastings, I think.
Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You're going to pitch up in Hastings, I think, on the 12th
You
of
can hear me
March.
cool. Okay, yeah.
A Sunday afternoon. That'll be fun for you.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. They're all going to be good. Honestly, we've got some great shows. We've been trying to do Bannerman's for seems like an age. So we're really looking forward to doing Bannerman's up in Scotland. Trillions, we haven't been back there for a while. We haven't been to Night Train for a while. So yeah, all these places that we're looking forward to returning. Bearing in mind we've been on the road a lot since the last time we were there. So yeah, hopefully be nice to see a few people.
We're certainly looking forward to seeing you in Hastings. I've certainly been publicising the gig on my radio shows. You know, I've been playing music quite often, obviously, ever since Conspiracy came out, and then the album. So been playing you for a while, and the listeners have got quite used to White Raven Dan, and I'm expecting them to turn out for the gig. So that should be quite good.
Thank you.
So, what's the future hold then? You know, what's the plans for the rest of the year, really? I'm nosy like that. I like to know these things.
Well, obviously we've got the tour. We've got we're actually working on new music as well right now.
Yes, you probably
and so that's exciting. We're shooting a music video real soon. We've got our first time that we're going to be playing shows abroad this year.
Okay.
So yeah, we've got some exciting things coming up later on in the year. Yeah, to be honest with you, it's quite full and action packed.
Shaping up to be as exciting as last year.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Hopefully we can spend as much time as we need to, because we want our second album. Obviously, changing from a 4-piece to a 3-piece. Every time we do something new, there's more learning involved, but yeah, we're really excited about what we're working on. Really happy, and crack on. Let's do it.
Well, I'm excited to see you when you come to Hastings on the 12th of March. So hopefully I'll get to share a beer with you all then, and we can have a good chat then again. Thanks very much for joining us tonight, Luke. Sorry, Tom. Sorry you were a bit late in, but we expected you to come in with a drum roll, actually, to announce yourself. But a bit disappointed there, weren't we, lads?
Yeah, but we're used to it being late, so it's fine.
True story.
Okay, right. Well, look, thanks very much for giving up the time to speak to me tonight. It's been great, and I'll see you on the 12th of March, and good luck with everything, guys.
Cheers, Tony. Thanks very much for all your support.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Tony.